Так, все, мы начинаем.
Splinter chaos theory, and that is being run by DistroTV. Let's go.
Время полтретьего, зато у него аудитория активная.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
Alright, so we're going to play on the easiest difficulty because this is any percent, and we will start the timer after this menu. But I want to
Время начинается после того, как мы нажмем Any key на клавиатуре. Сколько у них время сейчас? Справа снизу видно актуальное время. Грубо говоря, -1 по Москве.
Has quick saves and quick saves allowed. That was actually not the case before, because back in the day you had to restart the whole level because quick save under allowed. When you died, you had to do the whole thing again. But with quick save and quick load, there is a glitch where you can skip dialogues that are running. So when there's a dialogue, you quick save and quick load and you skip the thing. So with that, I will hand over the commentary to Lollipop. But first, I will start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. So this is a stealth game, which means there are stealth mechanics in the game.
Ну, кто не знает игру, игра стелсовая. Справа снизу у нас видно наш индикатор того, как мы шумим и как нас сильно видно. Точнее, индикатор освещения. Хоть это и стелс-игра, но мы не будем довольно стелсовыми.
And here's the first quick save and quick load that Distro just mentioned before starting the run. We're actually going to be skipping a dialogue here, or rather noises that this guy makes while being tortured. And by skipping that dialogue, it actually skips the sounds of this poor guy. And then we can just take out these two enemies, and this technician is going to run away from us because we use the whistle mechanic. And he just opens his door for us. He's so nice.
Точно, точно. Спасибо, Ами.
Alright, so there are multiple visions in this game. What you're seeing right now is the night vision goggles. This is the normal vision. Then we have the thermal vision, which lets you see heat, like warm bodies, etc. There's also the EMF vision, which is that one where you see electronic stuff. And talking about visions, there's actually a glitch. When you access a computer, you can, when you have a vision on, you can just spam crouch and it will actually leave the menu early. If you don't have any of the visions on, then you have to wait a couple extra seconds, I believe. You can skip it. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is a thing. And we're actually approaching the end of the level already, which is...
кстати, мы уже подходим к концу уровня.
And what we're going to do is actually we're going to climb up. But first, we have a mission objective to fulfill. We need to get some information, and one way to get it is to interrogate this guy. So I will just trigger the dialogue, and then I can take him out. For some reason, it suffices to just activate the interrogation, and then you can instantly kill that guy.
Задание на данном уровне было получить информацию. Получить информацию. Честно говоря, я уже не особо помню, о чем вся эта игра была. Но смысл в чем? Тот охранник, который внизу сидел, мы триггерили интеррогейт меню. И даже не говоря с ним, просто триггеря интеррогейт, этого было достаточно для того, чтобы засчитало нам задание.
I can just pull out my gun and then drop down like this, which saves quite a bit of animation time. And if you listen a bit to the dialogue right now, this is related to secondary objectives, but in any percent, we don't care about secondary objectives. We just have to fulfill the main objectives and then go to the end of the level as quickly as possible. There is actually something interesting. When you have 4 alarms, which is the maximum state, you can skip some of the secondary dialogue, actually all of it, because the missions are failed, the secondary objectives are failed. We will talk more about that later in the run. But first, I'm going to crawl into this crawl space. But what I did before that, I actually whistled. Because in the next room, I have to activate a pump generator. And by whistling, I made the guard who's operating the generator walk away to check out what's happening. You can see him walk there. And this is a
Произошла
bit random,
манипуляция
so I will make a quick save
противниками.
incident.
Перед тем, как раннер зашел в
Basically,
ту
the idea is I
комнату,
will try to take a specific
он
path.
посвистел в игре,
Hopefully,
соответственно.
both the guard down there and the one up there
И
will
охранник
stay.
отошел от
So I'll
генератора
activate the generator.
туда, куда нам надо.
I do a quick save and quick load, so the next door opens earlier. The guards didn't see me, I can open this door. If I hadn't done the quick save, the door wouldn't have opened this fast, would have waited. Now we'll equip airfall rounds and hand over the commentary to Lollipop for a bit.
Yeah, sure. So after activating this switch up here, we're going to be heading into a room which has a gas leak. And reminder, we are on a ship. And so for the rest of this level, or at least in this room, we cannot shoot any bullets, otherwise the ship will explode. And everything, you know, the level would fail, which we obviously don't want to happen. So we're going to be using the airflow around here, which is, well, there, he just...
Oh my.
Distro, stop exploding the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Wait.
Yeah, sometimes the airflow rounds
Okay,
don't
there.
work correctly.
Yeah, so the hitbox is pretty weird on the airflow round, which usually we would like to use as the sticky shocker, which is the alternate ammo type. Both of them are non-lethal, we're going to be using them to stun enemies. But the airflow round is weird, and there also has bullet drop, so that's why that was so hard to hit. So here we're gonna
Кстати,
be,
саундтрек к
closing
игре
the door here so the guard doesn't see
писал
us, and
великий
then we're gonna
Амон
be hacking
Тобин.
this computer. We're gonna be hacking some more
Если
of
вы
it.
не играли, если вы не слышали, я
And we're gonna
очень
be
сильно
skipping
рекомендую
through very
послушать
long dialogues here, and the reason why we skip these very
саундтрек.
precise dialogues is so we have
Это
to
просто один
interrogate
из
a
самых
guy up
величайших
the stairs,
саундтреков.
and we cannot interrogate NPCs while there is dialogue playing, so by skipping these 3 dialogues, we time it perfectly so that when we get to the NPC, there's no dialogue playing, we can just interrogate him right away. Also just jumping behind him like this, because jumping is more stealthy than walking, I guess. So there we go, we can just interrogate
Я
him,
даже
go downstairs. Now
сделаю
that
вот
we know where
так.
the NPC is, that we need to eliminate, even though we technically have to kill him, we can also just use the airflow round, which counts as a kill, even though it's
Вот
not
вам
lethal
ссылочка,
round.
обязательно послушайте.
And now we just backtrack
Можете даже прямо
to the end of the
сейчас.
level here.
Alright, so
We're gonna be taking a little bit of fall damage here, but again, it's the end of the level, so.
Так, мы приближаемся к концу уровня здесь.
alright, that's good. This is why it was good I didn't take any damage during the level. So now we're entering bank. I think a lot of people who have played this game casually probably remember this level because it's one of the most memorable ones to restart because I didn't get to equip. Let's try it again. So one question you might ask yourself in your everyday life is, how do I rob a bank? Well, the answer turns out to be pretty simple. If you see a front door, just break the lock open and rush inside. Trust me, it works.
Если вы когда-нибудь задавались вопросом, как же мне ограбить банк, вот вам ответ. Просто подбегайте к... Просто подбегайте к парадной двери, взламывайте ее отмычкой и бежите вперед.
I'm going into a room full of lasers. What do you do when you see lasers? Run through them, of course.
Что вы делаете, когда вы видите лазеры? Правильно, вы просто через них пробегаете.
You will see this game has some incredible speedrun stealth mechanics. And over here, you're going to take out this guard. And I took a shot at the glass because the next door has a door lock, like code, sorry. And if I shoot, this guard gets alerted and he will run towards me and open the door for me so I don't have to enter the code. And now I have to activate 3 access codes. The first one was in the glass office where I took out the first guard. Second one was just out up there. I dropped off the balcony because it's way faster. Don't mind the fall damage, we'll be fine. And now over here, this is the third access code. There's someone behind the door, what do we do? Of course, bash it open in his face. And then use a sticky shocker on his friend. Ignore the 2 guards there, they're deaf and blind. Hack the computer here, which
Там перед дверью был противник. Что же мы делаем? Мы просто выбиваем дверь, все правильно.
Clancy dead.
With some Clancy.
Oh, he's my dad.
You mean the one that works at Ubisoft?
Yes, that one.
Ah, okay. Nice, nice. So what we're doing here is telemetric lockpicking. I have to get one pin after another, and when the light turns green, I can go for the next one. If I do it right away, I have to do the whole sequence again. So, waiting for the light, there we go. One more lock left. Waiting for the light.
Здесь мы ждем, когда загорится зеленая лампочка, и только после этого мы дергаем пин.
Because for some reason, you can't
Запускаем диалоги Quick
save
Save Quick
until a
Load.
certain part of the dialogue has passed. And we backtrack a bit so we can activate it. I do some equipment stuff, took out the pistol, which is pretty nice here because I can turn off this laser because it will activate when I get out of the vault later. And this way I will avoid the alarm. And then I will hack the computer and steal some money and some, well, objective-related stuff. And speaking of money, what are we going to do with the money, Lollipop?
Well, I'm gonna grab a share because you never paid me for my commentary last year for Splinter Cell 1.
I already told you my dog ate my credit card.
Oh, right. Well, I'm also gonna grab a share for this run then.
I was gonna pay you anyway, but okay.
The rest of the money, though, we'll donate to ESA throughout this run using different aliases. Yes, donate to save the children.
Sounds good. Have you sent some donations already?
Yes, they should be coming through right now.
Can we have some read out?
You bet we can. I am gonna go through them in order, so I'll get through what I can and let me know when I have to stop. So from finishing on the last, we've got $5 more from T'Chaka.
Вот так вот мы ограбили банк на $50 миллионов.
We've got $200 from D158.
Wow.
I can feel the hype from the crowd here. He says, really enjoyed the marathon this week, and that $200 has gone towards the Stepmania rhythm game. So that's going to be through the Fire and the Flames on Stepmania. Then we've got $120.
Nice.
And that is from Anonymous with no comment, and that 120 is going towards the clone hero through the Fire and the Flames. So we're like super close on these now. So we're like $120 or so, something like that from the clone hero. And once that gets met, you know I'm opening the next incentive. So make sure we're allocating donations towards that. And then we are at like 600 or something for the other one. It's really, really close. Right. I mean, should we can keep clapping and screaming for these. We've got $5 from Leon, who says, damn it, Fisher, watch the alarms. Good luck with the run, Distro. And we've got $50 from your favorite online, an anonymous donation by Ananon. Says, hey everyone, Chaos Theory is one of my first intensely played games, co-op with my best friend around 50 times, up 100%. Love this game and hope to see it crashing. Good luck to the runner. But one last question. Can Distro create an 80s alias and run while playing ABBA and Bee Gees? Have a great time.
Wait, I have no idea what that means.
Thank you,
Sorry.
everyone.
What?
Me neither.
I have no idea. Maybe someone thinks that your name is Disco instead of Distro, and that's a possibility. Right, are we expecting one from domestic Canadian? I don't know what the alias is I'm looking out for. We've got it's $26.74 from domestic
They're
Canadian.
anonymous.
Oh,
I can't say.
oh.
It's
Oh,
still
so you
anonymous.
were the I mean, the person was the anonymous. Great. Splendid. Well, that money says, let's go ESA people, let's make these two donation goals happen. And that is two elite donations of 1337 to both the Step Media and Pro Rhythm through the Fire and the Flames donations. Keep the donations coming, everyone. Let's get these incentives met, and let's keep going.
All right, thank you, everyone. Or I mean, me for stealing that money in the bank, or Distro rather. Either way, let's talk about doors and how to open them, because I'm sure you're all wondering how we do that. So there's 3 different ways to open doors in this game. We can open them normally, we can open them stealthily, which obviously we're not going to be using, and we can also bash doors open. So when you bash a door open in this game, it actually stays open forever till the end of the level. And so we're going to be using that here. We saw Distro open a few doors already.
О, сейчас нам
But there are some doors
комментатор
that
рассказывает о
cannot
том,
bash
как
open.
работают
Basically, we want these
двери,
doors to stay open, so
и
we're
о
gonna be
том,
doing
как
a
Escape
glitch
from
here,
Tarkov украл
which
эту
is
замечательную
opening a door
механику из
and
этой
then using
игры.
our body to like mess with the door's hitbox and basically close open the door fast to where it just stays stuck forever. Here we're going to throw a flashbang on this NPC, which we need to interrogate, so he doesn't shoot us. We can grab him, and the information we need, very useful information, thank you, sir. And yeah, and we just leave him there. Again, here, closing this door. Punching this guy in the face with a knife, as usual. Use the code on this door. So each door in this game that has a code, it's always the same code, so we can just memorize them. Same thing in this server room. The server is always in the same order. We just have to wait for the light to turn green, then we can interact with it. And then we can grab the object, which is literally what it's
Здесь
called in
мы
the game.
включили сервера в нужном
Very
порядке.
important objective there. Grab the object. And now we can backtrack to and go through all these doors that we
Теперь мы
left open by
бэктрекаем
clicking
всё.
or bashing them open.
Идем обратно.
Oh, well, this door stayed closed for some reason. Usually it would be open. Oh well. You also saw Distro shoot this glass here earlier. That was intentional, so we could go through the glass here. And that's the end of Penthouse.
Конец уровня.
Alright, so there are loadouts you can select in this game at the beginning of each level. We don't really see that because Distro's just that good and he's so fast that we don't really see the menuing, but we actually selected the stealth loadout in this level. The reason why we selected this loadout in particular is to get this gas grenade that we just used on these two guards. It doesn't give you gas grenades for every level, but for this one it does. But usually it
На
gives you
каждом
boosted
уровне,
shot
после
grenades
каждого
for
уровня у нас есть
rounds,
возможность
which
выбрать лоудаут,
is always
с которым мы
useful.
перейдем на следующий уровень.
So here we just lockpick this vent and we can skip.
В данном случае
Some
Дистро только
animations like
что
crouching,
выбирал
taking some fall
стелс
damage
лоудаут,
here,
чтобы
health.
достать, чтобы у него была газовая граната, которой он только что воспользовался.
So after opening this vent, Distro's gonna be shooting a gas grenade on the left side of the room. And then he's going to be shooting the table to attract the guard that's on the right side of the room to go to the left side of the room, into the gas. Then we hack this computer. Now all the guards have been taken out. This guard runs away and opens the door for us, which is really, really kind of him. Thank you, sir. And now we're going to be hacking a door here. Now, hacking in this game, it's actually a lot faster to just do trial and error instead of trying to actually solve the minigame. As you've seen here, by using the scroll wheel on the mouse, you can just like select any number until it works, and there's 1 out of 16 combinations, so it's faster to just scroll through it until it works.
Хакинг в этой игре работает очень смешно.
Obviously, here there was a turret rolling in front of it.
А,
It prevents it from shooting you for some reason. That's how turrets work. It's like
Там нужно в определенном порядке выбрать
So this level, we actually want to get
цифры,
4 alarms. I don't think I've talked about alarms
но
yet,
мы
but
просто это
each level
брутфорсим
has a
прокруткой
certain
колеса
amount of
мыши,
alarms you can hit, and in this game doesn't fail the
и
mission if
все
you hit all the
16
alarms, it just
цифр,
brings
которые
more
нужно
enemies on the
было
map.
найти, они
So here, Distro
моментально
intentionally got rid of the blur through the
активируются.
window or the taint, so that these guards would see us and hit the 4th alarm we need. Now, when you hit 4 alarms, it actually skips secondary dialogue, which Distro mentioned briefly back in Cargo Ship. Oh wow. Oh wow, this guy,
I
he's
will
got
have to
great aim.
improvise. I will wait for him to get to the door code and we'll bash the door open.
Да, тут
If I can time it correctly. Works.
противник ваншотает нас. Пришлось импровизировать.
Ragdoll physics in this game.
Yeah, that guard is completely random. And we have time for quick announcements or messages, if there are any.
Yeah, let's do it. I got $40. This one's from Sul, and I hope this is something that means something to you. It says, "Hey, you sexy salad." And that's going towards Clone Hero Through the Fire and the Flames. And we've got $10 from George19. He says, "Hey Distro, great run so far." Never. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot to let you clap. I'm the monster. So after the clapping, George says, "Hey Distro, great run so far. Never knew Sam Fisher was this stealthy. Love to see it." And that's also going to the Clone Hero Through the Fire and the Flames. It's so close. It's at $949 out of $1,000. I can't wait to open up the next incentive. Keep the donations coming.
Alright, thank you for donations, everyone, for supporting.
О,
the good cause.
так,
The next level is called
закончились
Hokkaido,
тем уровни.
and We haven't talked about equipment that much yet, or actually at all. But the way it works is that whenever there is downtime, like an elevator, I will use that time to do equipment, because unlike the first Splinter Cell game, if you saw last ESA, the way it works is that the game doesn't freeze when you're in the menu. And if there is no downtime, I will try to equip at the very beginning of the level, or if there's like a door I have to open. What I just did. Also, I just passed some cars. The mission objective is to actually read the license plates or scan them. But we will have to backtrack later, so we will do that later. But for now, we just do a bit of AI manipulation. We're being very stealthy. How to be stealthy? Just do this. Just run past everyone.
Кстати, нам показывают, как нужно быть скрытным.
Yeah, apparently it works.
Хочешь быть скрытным, просто пробегай мимо всех.
They actually see me, but I just run past them and they don't react fast enough. And also I should mention,
Как вы могли заметить, там один гражданский занимался какой-то темой своей. Мы пробежали мимо него, но мы были настолько быстры, что он даже не понял вообще, что произошло. Он не успел отреагировать.
Over here, there's a switch we have to activate, which opens this window here, allowing us to take out this guard. Now, there is a bunch of guards here, but we will just turn off the light and then just run past everyone. And,
Здесь много охранников, но мы просто выключаем свет и пробегаем.
Shoot the glass, run past him. It's confirmed that guy is a stormtrooper. He didn't even hit me once, but it's actually lucky, but I don't really need my health either. So,
там по лестнице был охранник, который нас в любом случае заметит, но мы просто пробегаем мимо него. Ну, так как он трупер из Звездных войн, он все мажет, ломает стекло перед нами, в которое нам нужно залезть.
And as I said, the guy I have to take out is here now, so I will just use a sticky shocker. And he's taken care of. I scan the license plates of the car, and I go to the very beginning of the level again, where
Все, задачу мы свою выполнили. Теперь нам нужно бежать снова в самое начало игры, в самое начало уровня.
Okay, so the next level is battery. And right off the bat, we're going to be shooting the ground here to attract guards towards the sound where the bullet landed. And then we're going to be able to just run past them because we're in the dark.
Здесь мы стреляем в пол, чтобы приманить охранника.
1879.
Isn't it 73? Okay, hold on.
Nope. I know this, I played this game a lot.
I actually tried 73, I should have trusted you.
So anyways, in this hallway there's a guard. It's completely random where he is. So this time we didn't even see him. We just ran past him. So here we're just gonna... So basically there's 5 different movement speeds you can choose on keyboard and mouse. If you lower it by 1, which is like slowly sprinting or whatever, you can actually go past the guy who's sleeping without waking him up. So here we're gonna shoot a sticky grenade, and then the guards are just gonna freak out and shoot it, which will release gas, and yeah, that's that. They took care of themselves. And then we can just hit this switch here, which initiates this missile to start moving. And we're gonna EMP this camera to the right to avoid getting an alarm. And then we'll just follow the missile.
Very exciting part of the run, I know.
Yes, this is the most exciting part of the run. Coming up, though, is the final boss fight of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which is the elevator door. Anyone familiar with the speedrun knows what I'm talking about. This elevator door is notorious for being a run killer and world record killer.
Кстати, приближаемся мы к финальному боссу, главному боссу спидрана Splinter Cell. Дверь лифта.
Here's our arch nemesis. So by bumping into the right side of the door here, we can hopefully close it faster. And that's world record. Damn, lost it. Although that was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. See, this could still be world record pace, I believe. So we EMP the light on the top of the elevator here, and there will be a guard on our right. We actually want him to see us before we slap him in the face with a knife, so that the guards come through this door towards us. That's why we throw a smoke grenade. We're gonna throw a second smoke grenade here for safety. And in the elevator, we actually equip the shotgun mode on the weapon, which is the only time in the run we use it. And then we just shotgun these guys. Usually you would have to interrogate one of these NPCs, but we can just hack this computer instead, which is faster. And yeah, now we just go back into the elevator. Now is a good time for announcements if there is any.
We got $50. This is from Matt 222. Love the event thus far. The passion each runner has for their game makes watching even more enjoyable. I know $50 are going towards the Step Mania through the fire and the flames. We got $5. We are seeing money like we've never seen before at a speedrunning event, people. This is from Bob54, who says, shout outs to the crowd, and they're clapping. This one's for you. It's also the Clone Hero rhythm game, so that's really good stuff. We've got hang on, 30, 32, no, I can't, maths is so difficult when you're awake. $45 to get the Clone Hero one. We're so close to getting that met. Let's just keep donating for that one.
Okay, so over here there are two gods. The start is actually quite interesting. I just take out the first one, then I whistle, which will make the second guy poke his head, and I just haste him too. Shouldn't have been too curious, I guess. But now there's just another guard outside, and his position is slightly random. I'm going to make a quick save just in case, but now I can just approach him from behind and then punch him in the face. And speaking of which, punching people in the face, it actually, you can either use the left click in this game to do a lethal attack, basically knife the enemies, or you can do right click and knock them out. And the speedrun relevant information to that is that when you approach a guard from the side, knifing is faster because you do some quick slashing animation. But from any other angle, it's faster to knock them out. Over here there are two guards. One of them opened the door and I just take him out. And now I will slash him from the side of the cell because it's faster. You saw the quick animation there. Now there's actually a really cool glitch coming up. While this gate is opening, I will equip smoke grenades. So I will be throwing a smoke grenade seemingly very randomly on the ground here. It might not make sense at first, but the thing is, the smoke actually clips through the floor. You don't see it, but I'm actually covered by the smoke right now. Very stealthy.
Кстати, забавный момент. Здесь раннер кинул гранату дымовую, но дым, он клепается через пол, поэтому Фишера там никто не заметил в той комнате.
And that's all mission objectives done when I access this computer. And I can either go to the left side, where I just came from, or the right side, where I was before, to end the mission. But it turns out that the left side is faster to get to, so we will just go for exfiltration and finish the level. And the next level is quite action-packed, so I will hand over commentary for Lollipop so I can focus.
Оп.
Sure. So this
Следующий
level
уровень.
is Cell. Not sure how to pronounce that, but right off the bat, we're going to be skipping some dialogues here and then taking a little bit of fall damage, or bumping here. Okay, we're going to be crouching and then aiming for about 1 second to get a 100% accurate first shot on our weapon so we can shoot this landmine, which is on the wall. And the sound of that landmine that exploded will attract this guard here, which we can just grab and then interrogate. If we don't interrogate this guy and we keep going in the level, for some reason the world just explodes. So yeah, don't forget to interrogate this guy if you ever play this game. Very important. So now that we've done that, we can keep going. And here we're going to be using the thermal vision coming up soon because light's going to be blinding us and we're going to have to see the enemy through the headlight of this truck. And we can just airfoil this guy real quick. There we go. So coming up, we're going to be sticky shakering. I just created a new verb. these 2 guards. I like this sticky shock ring. I'm gonna use that from now on. And then we're gonna be using the blue vision, which is the only time in the run we actually use this, and it's not even for its intended purpose. It's just so we can see through this smoke and shoot this sticky grenade to take out this gas here, take out these guards, which didn't work. Let's try again. Sticky camera, take out these guards. There we go. Nice. Yeah, for some reason this smoke we can see through with the blue vision. And now we can hit this objective. Very important. Now by whistling here, it's gonna make the guards in the elevator come out faster. And we can just take him out, take the elevator, and again, just use this downtime to reload, equip items. And also skip a few dialogues.
So now we get to the second part of Soul. You see this drone flying around with a red light. If the red light actually sees me, the drone will start shooting me and I will pretty much die within 1 or 2 seconds. But I took a specific path and I was fast enough so I didn't get caught by the light. Now here there's a wall mine, so I'm gonna shoot it. And I will equip frag grenades because it's actually one of the coolest strats coming up. First, I skip parkouring by jumping over here. And then I throw 2 grenades. There are actually 2 guards in the middle here, and everyone goes flying. Look at that. That's just an amazing strat you can do. Like,
Ой, что-то я засмотрелся. Мы перешли на следующий уровень. Там мы перепрыгнули крышу, чтобы пропустить паркур-секцию. И сетап с гранатами был. Кидаем 2 гранаты, и все противники разлетаются. Здесь мы спрыгнули вниз и получили немножко урона, но это ничего страшного.
And there are 2 guards here, so I will do a quick save in case they shoot me. But I just try to shoot them before they can shoot me pretty much, and that worked pretty well right there. It's good to see. Now there are 2 soldiers fighting. I will just wait it out, and the left one will always die eventually, like he's scripted to die. My HP is very low, which is kind of scary, but I should be fine. Anyway, here there are actually 2 groups of soldiers fighting each other. Ooh. Let me try it again. It's actually 3 versus 2, but there's a catch to it. One of the other 2 is actually a tank. So, yeah. Also, yeah, that grenade, of course, should have mentioned that. I took out everyone. And the tank is looking at me, which is not good. If it looks at me too long, it will start shooting. Metal Gear avoided successfully. It didn't shoot me. We're good. And if we are fast enough in this section, we actually skip the guard from loading in. And it would have been here, he's not here, so I got it. That's good. Can roll into this small hole here. And then in the next section there are 3 guards. We need to make a quick save because I might maybe mess that up. That will take out the guard that you saw in the back there and then shoot one of the signs. So this guard is distracted and doesn't see me. And then I turn down my speed by 1 so this other guy doesn't see me. And now he just run away, and by the time he gets up and can react, I'm already gone, so everything's fine. Now over here there are also again a bunch of soldiers. There's one to the right, but I will just take him off the sticky shocker. For mission objective, I have to go to this plane, which activates a bunch of dialogue, which I will be skipping. Because I have to go... Oh, the tank's looking at me. Okay, I have to go all the way up here and trigger the ending dialogue. And I can only do that when the dialogue is completely done. So now I get the ending dialogue. I will skip, I believe, 8 lines. Oops, that was a
TSQL делаем, чтобы пропустить диалог.
And then use a smoke grenade to cover myself so the soldiers on the bottom don't see me. Then I skip 2 more lines. And that's the end of Soul.
О, это был, кстати, конец.
Now this level, for anyone who has played the game casually, especially those who have tried to get 100%, which is full stealth and all objectives without being detected, I think Bathhouse is probably the most infamous level because it's super difficult. There are so many guards, and they pretty much confront you back to back, especially in the speedrun. And this is why I took the stealth loadout, which gives me extra airfall rounds and sticky shockers, and trust me, I will need them. But now I just equipped the airfall rounds, so while the guard was walking out, and it sucks he didn't see me, Now this guard was alerted, which will make this other guy run towards me. I will just knife him around the corner. Here we go. Here we turn off the light, so the guard to the right doesn't see me. But yeah, as you can see, there's just guard after guard in this level. Quite, quite action-packed, I would say. But yeah. There's another guard here, we can ignore the civilian.
Один из самых сложных уровней для казуального прохождения в плане прохождения без тревог, потому что здесь по 20 охранников на квадратный метр, и они очень сильно мешаются.
There's another guard here, but if I stick to the wall, he shouldn't see me. Yep, we good. Now I use the air round to actually take out this light. So this guard doesn't see me, and then we take him out too. There's one more guard right here. Yes, guard of a guard, I know. But yeah, we take him out too. And you guessed it, we have another guard to the left here. We take him out. And then I switch back to the sticky shockers. And is this getting old? Yeah, there's another guard here, we take him out.
No way.
There's also a turret. I have to look where it's pointing at, and I take the direction where it won't shoot me.
Да, невероятное количество охранников.
If you like guards, I have good news. That wasn't the last one. There's two more.
Если вам нравятся охранники, у меня хорошие новости, это еще не конец.
Alright, so now we're going to enter the scroll space. And we're going to skip a bunch of dialogue, but we have to wait until the dialogue starts, which takes forever, because the two guys talking have to sit down, and there's a bit of things happening. But then we can skip dialogues if we time it correctly, and skip, well, save a lot of time. So, while that is happening, I would like to ask if there are any messages to be read out.
$10. This is from Coyote. It says, great ESA event. It has been a fun and entertaining week. Going towards the Clan Hero through the fire and the flames. And we've got $5. From the SETI within. He says, very late dinner fiver. Woo! Best of luck on the run from the DDR at the arcade. And the thing that I love most about this is that coming from the DDR, the very thing in which we are wanting to have these incentives done on, not allocated towards the dancing. So make sure we allocate the donations towards the incentives that we've got going on. I love this. This is the most hype crowd that I think I've experienced in my life. Let's just keep the donations coming, and let's keep this train rolling.
Awesome. So that's the end of that. That was a total of 15 dialogue skips. And now I have good news for you. For the rest of this level, there's going to be more guards, but now they're fighting each other, which is very convenient for us. So we're actually going to be using that to our advantage to
Так, все, мы здесь подслушали.
get past the guards while they fight each other. So we're going to be throwing a smoke grenade here.
Сейчас будет еще больше охранников, но смысл в том, что здесь две фракции охранников, и они сейчас будут стреляться между собой.
So by holding a grenade here, we actually avoided a wall mine exploding here. We're going to be flashing these enemies, and we're going to have to take some out because they're in the way. All three are in the way, actually. Wow. Same thing here, taking out our weapon. The wall mine doesn't explode because of our movement speed. And here we're going to be opening this door. And we actually want to... We're going to have to defuse 3 bombs here. We actually want to do that really fast for the first one, so that this door stays open. Because, as I mentioned earlier, doors that are not bashed open or glitched will eventually close by themselves. We actually want this door to stay open so that a guard comes towards us and goes through the door and goes up to the stairs into the dark, and then we can take him out up there. Otherwise, he would still be opening the door by the time we're done defusing here, and then other guards would see him. So a little bit of AI manipulation here. There we go, we can just take out this guard. No one's gonna see him. So that's the second bomb we're defusing. For some reason, this one takes like twice as long as the last one. I guess it's a very complicated bomb or something. I guess Sam is just getting old or something. Too much work. Yeah, captivating gameplay, very stealthy. And I said twice as long, it was like 3 times. Okay, throw that smoke, just for safety. And now Sam can slowly crawl up here. And now we can get the 3rd bomb to defuse. Now at this point we should have a guard
Дефьюзим
come
последнюю
around this
бомбу.
corner very soon while we defuse. There he is. So Distro is going to be skipping a dialogue here, and after that dialogue is skipped, that guard will sprint towards that door and use it and go through it for some reason. There he goes. Very nice. And by the time we're done defusing this bomb, we can actually just go to the door ourselves and do that. Oh, that didn't work. Oh.
Okay.
So what's supposed to
Так,
happen
время
is we bash the
привязаться.
door on his face.
А, вон,
There we
нет.
go. That's better. And yeah, that's the end of this level, which is the best cutscene Ubisoft has ever created, which is 1:40 of this, with a helicopter that has no pilot.
А, и теперь мы в очередной катсцене на минуту 40.
Go for it.
Nothing has changed, Bishop. And it won't change by
Well, I
degrees.
mean, I'd love to be reading all these
Tear it down,
floods of donations that
start
have come
over.
in,
It's the only
but
way.
I'm gonna have to
Your own little
wait until it
chaos
happens.
theory throws
So,
the world into
things that
war
are
and
going
whoever
on and the
comes out
stuff,
the other side
we've
is
got
better.
speedrunstore.com. Did you
It
know it's
will
our
be
10th
better.
anniversary? And if you buy a
Because
shirt from the
this
store,
war will
$7 of that are
change
going to
things,
charity. You love that.
Every
It's
other
really good
war has
stuff.
been
I
about
mean, we're raising
keeping
money for
things
Save
the
the
same.
Children.
The status
It's
quo
been a
doesn't work anymore.
hugely successful event. I
America's
talked
sick,
about some of the
Sam.
prizes earlier in the
She's
last
dying.
run. For the low price of
Politicians, the
$15,
bureaucrats,
you can get
the
some
whispered
pins
backroom
from like
deals.
Link
It's
and
all life support
Castlevania.
for
For
a sick old lady
$20,
who
you
was
can
dead
get
a long
plushies
time ago.
from like video
backroom
games
deals
and
that I've seen
stuff
lately
like
were
a
made
statue
by
of Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
murderer and
For
a war
like
criminal.
$25,
Those
you
are
can
the
get
only
these
names
really
the state
awesome
has for
prints
the
and stuff. And
revolutionaries,
all of this
Sam.
is cumulative, so you just keep
You've only
donating
become a
more
hero
money. And
after
you
the
can win
war's
more
over.
and more prizes. You're probably
You know
just
the
sitting on
truth.
$100 at home thinking,
world
I've
is
got
built
nothing
from
to
the
do
bottom
with
up,
this money
not the
right
other
now.
way around.
Donate it to ESA,
Honor,
and you
courage,
can be in for the
fidelity.
chance of winning a
We don't
PlayStation
inherit
5
these things from the
and
world, Sam.
5
We
of the
build
$25
world
things.
from them.
So many things that are
I
on
know
offer
you.
that you can put
believe
money
in these
towards,
things more
and it's
than
all
any
going
government.
towards a great cause.
And
So
I
we know,
know
like
that
Save the
because of
Children, one of the first people who are
you
able to
wouldn't
get
shoot an
there
old
when
friend.
disaster and war strikes. Huge access to areas in the world. You got 1 in 5 children in the globe
Все, прошли
who
уровень.
currently live in a conflict zone, and Save the Children are like right there on the front lines, helping support and things. So like money things, right? $5 education supplies for a child fleeing a conflict zone. $50 can keep 10 out of school children from going hungry, like during pandemics, as we've seen and had before. For $1,000, so 10 of hundreds of the people sitting on the hundreds, that will get a whole school, right? Construction for a whole village school, and to be able to give children like an education they wouldn't have been able to have before. So many wonderful things. And they get contributed with the money that goes towards Save the Children. And you can use other things. You can subscribe. You can use Twitch Prime. You can cheer and all that. So massively powerful thing that we're doing here. So do please keep the donations coming. Keep the awareness coming. And thank you for everything we've already done.
All right, thank you. So yeah, here we just punched this janitor because we're bad persons. And now we can take out these 2 guards with sticky shock, or yeah, sticky shocker, or no, airfoil, my bad. And now we can interrogate these hostages to know where to go next. So at the beginning of this level, we actually let a camera see us to get some alarms, because we do need 4 alarms in this level to skip secondary dialogue. And in the upcoming section, the guards are gonna have non-lethal rounds, and if you remember this last level, this is the last level by the way, these guards can actually take you out with these non-lethal rounds and kidnap you into an interrogation room, and it's like a really cool cutscene, but it's very slow, so we don't want that to happen. So we just take him out with sticky shocker. Now in this room, we want the camera to see us, but not right away, which is why we're hiding away from it right now, so that we can hack this computer and then let the camera see us. If it sees us too early, the computer will just go into the ground, as you briefly saw there. And that's a mission fail. So we have to get the computer before the camera sees us. But we need the camera to see us to get the alarm. And here, the last camera on our left here, before entering this vent, gives us our 4th alarm. which again skips the secondary objective dialogue that we don't want. In this event, we're going to be doing some more dialogue skips, a total of 15 dialogue skips once again. There's actually an interesting glitch after this. We can soft lock the level by skipping all these dialogues, so we're going to have to do one more dialogue skip at the end of this sequence in order to unglitch the game so that the elevator we're about to go into actually opens the door. It doesn't just stay closed forever. There we go. Very nice. If we would have actually missed a camera here, we would get one more alarm by having a corpse being discovered. So we would still have 4 alarms in total. And this is the last elevator of the run. Yay, hype. And we can equip our last items we need here for the end.
Ой,
Yeah, if there's
да.
any messages or announcements,
Это последний
that's our
лифт
last chance here. It's
рана,
over.
в котором мы переходим к
Alright,
финальной миссии.
So that flood of donations is there's a clog in the network is what there is, but I can feel it coming. But this is what it's for you, my friends, right? Because of how incredible this crowd has been and how wonderful this run has been. Right, we're gonna bring it home big time, okay? So I said once we reach $1,000, we're at 964 out of 1,000 for Clone Hero. To get that incentive map, I would open the next incentive, right? But this one, just because it's been so good, I'm not gonna open one incentive when we reach $1,000. In fact, not only am I going to open one incentive right at the end of this run, I'm going to open 2 incentives at the end of this run. And we can thank all of our friends in the Tom Clancy experience in the front, second, third, and other rows. Because without them, this would not be possible. Without you, this would not be possible. But like, I've found a family in a place I didn't know existed.
Honestly, everyone at these events is really awesome. Great time. So this is the end of the level, pretty much. I just planted an explosive charge, and I will definitely when I'm far enough away. I actually do a strategy here where I will try to blind the last 2 guards with flashbangs, and I got it. I'm sorry for the bright light, but it's gonna pass in a second or 2. Okay, so this is the final big conversation of the game, I would say. And every line that you
Так,
skip,
в целом
except for
мы
the
в
very
конце
first one
уровня
that I
уже.
just let run out. Like when you're skipping, you actually save time. So it looks like a game of charades right now, which is kind of silly, but this is actually a time save. There will be 2 more lines. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And this guy will probably pretty much hurt himself, and I will have to go save him, and then I will have to put next to the chart on the window there, and then this, I think 20 seconds until the run is finished. Anyway, we have to wait for this door to open now before you can go to the ending section, and I guess I will use this to thank ESA for the great events so far, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be great for the rest too. So many good runs. The organizers, also thank you to Lollipop for the amazing co-commentary.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you.
And to the amazing community, especially the person who said I was a sexy salad. I don't know who that was, but thank you. There's actually a running gag in the stream. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to plant the explosive charge here. And then there's a timer, but it's going to take a bit longer. Pretty much when the screen fades to black, when the mission complete thing shows up, the run is over. So again, thank you to the amazing crowd behind me. You guys are amazing. All right, so I love you too, guys. Okay, so this is time.
И время...
GG.
So that was Universal Chaos Theory, and yeah, I guess if you like the game, I do stream on Twitch. You can find me on twitch.tv/DistroTV. Lollipop also streams, but I think I'm done here. Lollipop, do you have any final words?
Oh, well, thanks for having me. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for the opportunity. And yeah, I stream at LollipopOMG, twitch.tv. Just inverse those. All right, thank you. Have a good rest of the evening, morning.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're done here.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that run, Distro. And to round it off, this is the perfect end to what could be the perfect run. We've got $5 from Milky Crown. He says, "Hey chat, today is Itch.io's Creators Day. So buy some cute indie games and support the people who made them. Great. But we've got $100
Whoa.
from Scott. Pardon the late donation, just causing a little chaos. That is 50 towards Clone Hero, 50 towards Stepmania. That means that we have just reached the Stepmania Rhythm Game incentive. It has cleared $1,000. We've only got 400 to go. But through the fire and the flames, there are 2 incentives coming up real soon that my good friend Nico Hart's going to announce in the next run, which is going to be Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves by Sly Sonic. Don't go anywhere. Have a great ASA, everyone. See you soon.